Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're happy you joined us today.
Hi, everyone. Let's enjoy a calm and simple conversation together.
Hello, and welcome back to Tomy English Academy.
Your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow, natural pace.
I'm Tomy, and I'm happy you're here.
In this episode, I speak slowly,
I use clear, simple words.
and I repeat ideas so you can shadow my voice
Practice your speaking.
and build your confidence step by step.
Today, we will talk about how to describe your day in English,
Not just short sentences.
but full ideas.
What do you do in the morning?
What happens in your afternoon?
What is your evening routine like?
By the end of this episode,
You will be able to talk about your day in English.
using clear and natural sentences.
Let's begin.
Why is it important?
Why is it important to practice talking about your day in English?
It's important because your day is real.
It's something that happens to you every day.
You know it well.
You don't need to search for words or ideas,
You don't need to talk about history.
science, or politics.
You just need to talk about your life.
You can say what time you wake up.
What you eat for breakfast.
You can say if you go to work or stay at home.
You can say how you feel.
Tired, busy, happy, or relaxed.
And here's the best part.
When you describe your own day,
You're practicing real English.
useful English.
English that you can use with other people in real life.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to try.
When you talk about your day,
You begin to think in English.
you begin to speak more naturally.
You use simple, complete sentences.
You stop translating in your head.
And you feel more confident when speaking.
Let's take an example.
Imagine you are meeting someone new.
They ask, "What did you do today?"
What did you do today?
If you've practiced talking about your day before,
You can answer.
you can say, "I woke up at 7.
I went to work.
I had coffee and answered emails."
In the evening, I made dinner and watched TV.
Now, that's a full conversation.
That's real communication.
And that is your goal.
Even if you are alone.
Even if you're not in an English class,
Even if you are shy.
you can still practice speaking English.
By talking about your day. So whenever you don't know what to say,
Start with something simple.
what did I do today?
What time did I wake up?
What did I eat?
Where did I go?
What did I do in the evening?
These are good questions.
They help you remember vocabulary.
They help you build strong English habits
They help you think in full sentences.
without stress.
You can do this in the morning.
To talk about yesterday.
You can do this in the evening.
To review today.
You can even record yourself.
And listen back.
The key is to keep it simple.
Use the English you know.
Don't worry about mistakes.
Just speak.
And the more you practice,
The easier it becomes.
one sentence today,
2 sentences tomorrow.
a whole story next week.
So today,
Let's build that skill together,
step by step,
word by word.
one real sentence at a time.
Okay,
Let's start at the beginning of the day.
the morning. Morning is a very important part of your day. It sets the mood.
It gives you energy,
And it's a perfect time to speak and think in English.
even for a few minutes.
Now, let's practice some simple morning sentences together.
Repeat each one slowly, just like shadowing.
Let's go.
I usually wake up at 7.
Now you repeat.
Sometimes I wake up earlier, around 6:30.
When I have a lot to do.
Now you repeat.
If I sleep late,
I feel tired the next morning.
Now you repeat.
I stay in bed for a few minutes.
And think about my day.
Now you repeat.
I like to take a deep breath.
And stretch my arms and legs. Now you repeat.
Then I sit up slowly.
And get out of bed. Now you repeat.
I walk to the bathroom.
And brush my teeth.
Now you repeat.
I brush slowly and carefully for 2 minutes. Now you repeat. Then I wash my face with cold water.
It helps me feel awake.
Now you repeat.
Sometimes I take a quick shower.
Especially if I feel sleepy. Now you repeat.
When I shower,
I like to play soft music.
or listen to English audio.
Now you repeat.
After my shower,
I dry off.
and put on my clothes.
Now you repeat. I try to wear something clean and comfortable.
Now you repeat.
Sometimes I wear jeans and a t-shirt.
Now you repeat.
If I have a meeting or class,
I wear something more formal.
now you repeat.
Next, I go to the kitchen.
And prepare my breakfast.
Now you repeat.
I usually eat something simple.
Like toast, eggs, and fruit. Now you repeat.
Sometimes I have cereal with milk.
And a banana. Now you repeat.
If I have more time,
I make an omelet or oatmeal. Now you repeat. I like to eat slowly.
so I can enjoy my food. Now you repeat.
I drink coffee most mornings.
Now you repeat. Sometimes I drink green tea.
Because it feels light and fresh. Now you repeat. While eating,
Sometimes I watch a short video.
or check the news.
Now you repeat.
Other days,
I just enjoy the quiet.
and listen to birds outside.
Now you repeat.
Before I leave the house,
I check my phone.
now you repeat.
I look at the time.
And read my messages.
Now you repeat.
I check my calendar.
To see if I have any meetings or appointments.
Now you repeat.
I pack my bag with everything I need.
My phone,
My wallet,
my notebook.
and sometimes a snack.
Now you repeat.
Finally, I put on my shoes.
And go out the door.
Now you repeat.
Okay,
Let's shadow a story.
my morning routine.
In this part,
I will tell you a short story about my morning.
you can listen.
Then shadow each sentence.
You can pause after each line to repeat it slowly.
Are you ready? Let's begin.
In the morning,
I usually wake up at around 7 o'clock. Now you repeat.
sometimes I wake up earlier if I have a lot of things to do.
Now you repeat. I lie in bed for a few minutes.
And think about the day ahead.
Now you repeat. I stretch my arms
Yawn a little.
and slowly get up. Now you repeat.
Then I walk to the bathroom.
And brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. Now you repeat.
After that,
I wash my face with cold water. Now you repeat.
it really helps me wake up.
Now you repeat.
If I feel sleepy,
I take a warm shower. Now you repeat.
I often listen to relaxing music.
While I shower. Now you repeat.
It helps me feel more calm and focused.
Now you repeat. After the shower,
I put on clean clothes.
and check my hair in the mirror. Now you repeat. Next,
I go into the kitchen.
and start making breakfast. Now you repeat. I usually eat 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam.
And sometimes I add a boiled egg.
Now you repeat. I drink a large cup of coffee.
That's very important to me in the morning.
Now you repeat. While eating,
I sit by the window.
and look outside. Now you repeat. Sometimes I hear birds singing.
And I enjoy the peaceful moment.
Now you repeat. Before I leave the house,
I check my phone.
now you repeat.
I look at the time
My to-do list,
and my schedule for the day.
now you repeat.
Then I prepare my bag.
I make sure I have everything.
My phone,
My wallet,
my notebook.
and sometimes a snack. Now you repeat.
Finally, I put on my jacket and shoes
Open the door.
and step outside to begin my day. Now you repeat.
Okay, let's say a few final practice sentences together.
Again, you can repeat right after me.
Every morning is a little different.
But I try to follow a good routine.
Now you repeat.
When I start my day with English,
I feel more focused.
now you repeat.
I'm proud of my progress.
And I will keep going.
Now you repeat.
Now, let's move to the afternoon.
The middle parts of the day.
Many people are busy in the afternoon.
Some people go to work.
Some go to school.
Some stay home and take care of the house or family.
Whatever you do,
The afternoon is a good time to use English.
even if you're busy,
You can still listen.
you can still repeat,
You can still practice.
even for just 5 or 10 minutes.
Let's learn some common sentences together.
Try to repeat after me slowly and clearly.
After lunch, I go back to work.
Now you repeat.
Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after I eat.
Now you repeat.
I check my emails and answer the important ones first.
Now you repeat.
I often read messages from coworkers or classmates.
Now you repeat.
I usually have 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon.
Now you repeat.
Sometimes I meet with a client or my manager.
To talk about tasks.
Now you repeat.
If I work from home,
I sit at my desk and open my laptop.
now you repeat.
I type reports or prepare presentations.
Now you repeat.
I also look at my calendar.
To see what I need to do next.
Now you repeat.
I like to keep my desk clean and organized.
It helps me think clearly.
Now you repeat.
I usually take a short break around 3 o'clock.
Now you repeat.
I make a cup of tea or drink some water.
Now you repeat.
I sometimes eat a small snack.
Like fruit or a biscuit.
Now you repeat.
If I have time.
I go for a short walk to get fresh air.
Now you repeat.
Even 10 minutes outside helps me feel better.
Now you repeat.
If the weather is nice.
I walk around the block or sit in the sun.
Now you repeat. When I have free time in the afternoon.
I study English.
Now you repeat. Sometimes I listen to a podcast like this one.
Or read a short story.
Now you repeat. I also watch videos where the speaker talks slowly.
Now you repeat.
I pause the video and repeat the sentences.
This is shadowing.
Now you repeat. It helps me speak more naturally and understand better.
Now you repeat.
Before I stop working for the day.
I write down a short summary of what I did.
Now you repeat. I also write 1 sentence in English to describe how I feel.
Now you repeat.
For example,
I finished all my work today and I feel proud.
now you repeat. I didn't study much today.
But I will try again tomorrow.
Now you repeat.
This helps me reflect and stay motivated.
Now you repeat.
Okay, now it's your turn.
You can pause this episode for a moment.
Try to talk about your afternoon, just like I did.
What do you usually do after lunch?
Do you go to work?
Do you go to class?
Do you stay home and rest or study?
What do you do in the afternoon?
What does your evening look like?
What do you do before bed?
You can speak about today.
Or talk about a typical day.
Great work today.
You listened to a full daily routine.
You practice new vocabulary.
You repeated full sentences.
And most importantly,
You tried to speak in English.
this is real progress.
You're not just studying English.
You are using English.
You are living in English.
One sentence at a time.
Keep building your confidence
Keep practicing your daily routine.
until it feels easy.
Now come back to this episode often.
Listen again,
Shadow again.
and each time add more to your story.
This is Tomy English Academy,
I'm Tomy.
and I'm proud of your effort.
Keep listening
Keep speaking.
and keep believing in yourself.
Bye for now.
Trinner.